In this video guide, we're going to see how we can project curves on surfaces, or basically how we can draw on surfaces that will be on 3D objects. So I'm going to start a new scene here, a new general scene, so we can see all the steps together, starting from the beginning to create our scene. So we're going to do something really simple. I'm going to add here a plane, and I'm going to scale it like this, and then I'm gonna add a sphere and gonna place it right here. Also wanna scale this a little bit more like this, and then we want a last object. Let's use a torus or a cone, whatever. You can use whatever surface you want. This is just for demonstrating the snap feature, or how we can basically draw on these surfaces. So the effect will be kind of a wire positioning on those objects right there. So let's start here. How we can create curves and draw curves in Blender? We need to go to Add, and we need to start with a curve. So you can choose whatever curve you have here, but we're gonna use Bezier. Bezier is it's a really complex curve which has not only vertices but also handles. Now down here we can increase the size of this curve so we can see it. So this is a really big curve right now, and it's basically positioned on the x epsilon plane. So you can see it's positioned on the ground. Now if I move this, I can see it a little bit better. So every time you want to draw in Blender, you can start with a curve like this, and then you need to switch from object mode into edit mode. And here we can see the vertices. So this is one vertex right here. This is the other vertex. And in between, we have the curve, or the vector, or the segment that we can modify. Now we can change the position of the points, and this will affect the shape that we are controlling with these points and these handles. So you can work with the handles and you can work with the points. And this is basically how the Bezier curve works. Now, if we want to create a new curve, we can delete these vertices. So if we select one and press X of the keyboard, we can delete the vertex. And then there is only one vertex. But in order to have a curve, you need to have at least two vertices. So I'm going to delete also that one. So I'm going to press X again and I'm going to delete it. So I'm only left with this little orange dot right here, which is the origin, is the center of your curve, should be the center of your curve. So let's draw a new curve. To do that, I'm going to go down here, and don't confuse this one here, which is annotate. And this is to annotate stuff on a dashboard. So you need to go down here, and this is the first drawing tool, which is called draw. So this is hand drawing, and this is the pen tool, or curve pen, which is similar to Illustrator or Photoshop or other vector graphic software. So this one here lets you draw wherever you want. So if you click this and start to draw, you can see that it created this curve with many vertices, with different angles, and so on. Now, if I move around, I can see that this was parallel to my view, so to my camera. So every time you move around, it's going to position this into, you can see, another work plane, space that is parallel to your camera. Now, if you want to work precisely on the 2D space on the floor, you need to click here on the little Z. So you are up here, and now I want to start to draw right here. So I want to pass through these objects. So we can see that nothing happens. It is not snapping. The curve passes through the objects without detecting those, and basically it's positioned on the grid, on the base grid, on the base work plane. Now, how can we make that project onto the 3D surfaces, or basically how we can draw on these 3D surfaces? It's really easy. Let's go back. Let's do Control Z. And well, also I want to show you here that with the curves like this, that these are 3D curves. So they move into 3D space. If you want them to be in a 2D space, all you need to do is go down here, and you need to switch from 3D to 2D. There you go. Now they are flattened on the workspace. Now this is good when you wanna, fix the curves that have been drawn on the 3D space. but it's not good when you want to project onto the surface in 3D. So make sure you are on 3D mode if you want to use the project feature or the draw on surfaces feature. So once you make sure you are in 3D, let's go up here and let's press N. Let's expand the sidebar and let's go to the tool. Now, every time you select a tool here on the toolbar, you're gonna have some options right here. And you can see we are now using the Bezier. We can switch from polyline to Bezier, which are pretty similar. When you are in draw mode, you can see the polyline is still like something that you're gonna sketch, but it's gonna have a lot of vertices. So let's go back to Bezier. Now, when you select Bezier or polyline, you also have the option here to snap. So instead of using cursor, which is our cursor in the 3D space, we're gonna use the surface. So now let's start to draw. Again, I'm gonna go in the top view like this, and I'm gonna draw again on these objects like this, creating a curve. Now, if I move in 3D space, I can definitely see that that curve was positioned on those objects. So if I make this curve more visible, we can understand this better, and you can use it to create like wires or fibers or many other effects that like curves positioning on a surface. So I'm gonna go here again on the object data properties, and remember not to touch this. If you say 2D is gonna be again projected on the 2D space of the work plane. So leave it in 3D. Let's go to geometry, and you can either extrude this like I don't know, like a wall, or and then you can use it further with the I don't know, polygon modeling or things like that. I just went back too much, so let me just move forward. Okay, or you can work with the depth right here. So it's gonna create basically a sweep, an extrusion along this curve that is gonna look like a tubular thing. So it's gonna be a tube placed with these vertices on the surface. Now you can see that sometimes it goes too much under the surface. So you can adjust that by using the curve pen tool, for example. You can click and like push it a little bit up like that. Or you can go like with each single vertex and adjust it like that. And I'm using again the curve tool, but you can use also the move tool if you want to move these up. Okay. Otherwise, another option is when you create the curve, you can use an offset. So you can push this up a little bit so that it doesn't go too much inside. You can see that. Now you can also fill the caps if you don't want them open up. Let's increase a little bit more the offset. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, now it's perfectly positioned on top of that. Now, another thing you may wanna try is absolute offset, which is going to be, you can see, snapping like to the with an offset from the workspace below. So it's another thing we can do. And only first is gonna make you change the snapping. So it's gonna snap only the first one to the view in this case, or we can use normal and surface. So the first one is gonna snap there, and then it's gonna snap, you can see there, flat. And then we have view again if we want to use our view. Now if we want, we can also, well, if I deselect that, you can see is not snapping just the first, but it's snapping more. And what we can do is also use a taper start or taper end. Now if you do it in the end, it's gonna start big and then it's gonna like taper, like with a air effect or like grass curvy stuff that you can create. I don't know. And then you can do the opposite. You can taper the start and make the top bigger, like a tornado or something. So you can experiment with this, and you can also change the maximum and minimum radius to have different effects. Now we can also go back to the depth, and this is gonna affect all the different radius and size that you previously set up. And then we have the tolerance. If you set the tolerance really low, it's going to create something really that is looking like hand drawing. So it's gonna be like a little bit jaggy. And okay, here I set up the radius minimum to 0 and the maximum to 0. So it's not showing me anything or something too small. So be careful here not to set this too high or too small. Also, you want to make sure that you deactivate the only first when you're finished. And if you want to go back to the snapping mode, there you go. Now with the tolerance, you can see that we have a lot of points. So you can decide if you want to change and make something, well, less, that it looks more straight and less, zigzag or not precise. So if you want a more precision, you want a less vertices, and you want to adjust the tolerance. And then you have the possibility to change in poly, which doesn't have a tolerance, so it just creates a lot of vertices, a lot of points. You can still use the maximum and minimum radius if you want, or you can change this and set it to standard. You can use the pressure if you have a tablet, a drawing tablet. And that's basically it. These are the parameters that you can use if you want to draw by snapping onto the surfaces. So this can be really handy when you have something like this and you want to snap onto that. But what if you want to work more precise and use the curve pen? Now the curve pen doesn't have a snap. You can see it's not going to work. So if I create a curve, and be careful here what you're selecting, try to deselect everything. So I'm gonna just select none, and I'm gonna try to create here a really simple curve that is gonna just go through here. You can also use the extrude, and you can extrude along the X, the Z, or the epsilon. You need to press X if you want to extrude on the X. You want to press the epsilon if you want to extrude on the epsilon, and you want to use Z if you want to go on the Z axis, so up there like that. So well, either when you're drawing with the curve pen or when you're using extrude on those axes, or you can use the cursor, well, you're not snapping. You can see it's just positioning in according to the camera or using the axis. So how can you bring back those vertices on the floor or on the objects? Well, the only thing you can do apparently is the snap to the surfaces. So there is not a real project to surface method, but if you, let's say you want to add also not a custom curve, but you want to have like a ready-made curve. Let's say we want to use a polygon right here. Okay, so it's gonna go there, and let's like increase the number of sides. Okay, so it's not gonna snap to anything. We don't have the possibility to change these into any other way, and here we don't have those tools set up. Let me show you here. If I want to move these a little bit up, so let's go to object mode and let's move it up. Let's go right here on these on top of this sphere, and I want to switch 3D again because I want to move this in 3D. So I cannot really project it, but I can snap. I can snap anything, any curve that I create, any shape. This is a closed curve, a closed shape, by going into edit mode and using these vertices right here and using the snap. In this case, we can snap it to the vertices or to the faces. Usually when you have like a really complex surface, you want to have the snap to the face, and you can choose the closest or the center or the median. I think closest will be fine, and then leave all these on. Let's also use these project individual elements, and okay, let's try. So if I move these now, clicking here, it's going to eventually snap on that surface. So if I move now, you can see it's still snapping. So if I wanna snap and make it projected, I'm gonna use, well, if I use the Z, is not gonna care. It's just gonna snap eventually. So if I continue to push it, you can see is moving from that. So it's gonna be like a little bit difficult, but in the end, I can figure it out. I can snap this point right there. Just need to make sure that it doesn't move on the other axis. That's all. I can also see the coordinates right here to make sure it's not moving on the x and epsilon. I just want to make sure it's moving on the z. So when you start moving on the other axis, you want to stop. And there you go. Now, of course, this is not a curve, and it cannot like move into a curvy fashion right here. So it's just gonna be placed on that surface. And be careful because it's gonna snap also to other surfaces. So you need to be really careful in doing this operation, but eventually you can do it. You can make this object snap to that surface. Well, it's pretty complex, as you can see, but that's the only way. You can do like this. You can draw your curve. You can draw your objects, and then you can make a snap. Otherwise, the other option is to use the draw mode. So you can see also I can take here this point, and I can make a snap to that sphere, and then again, well, I have a lot of curves right now and a lot of objects, but you can see it's snapping all around. So make sure that you have that you clean up a little bit your scene. Okay, so you can see it's snapping right there, and this one I want to make it snap it right there, and can adjust it a little bit. Be careful also with the proportional editing. You're gonna affect things that are around there. Okay, so it's okay. Sometimes you can also turn off and just make this visually if you want. And here you can adjust with the handles the curve if you want something more curvy. So this will be all for this video guide. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I show you the tool that you were looking for. And there is not really a project, a direct project at the moment in Blender, perhaps in the future. So, or perhaps there are other add-ons. You can write your comments, suggestions in the comments. So thanks for watching. Check other video guides, subscribe to the channel, stay updated, support us by joining the channel as a supporter, and see you in the next.